Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today we are going to learn the Cabbage Patch Stitch. Look at this. Is it not the grooviest thing? I love it. This would make a great stitch for just about anything you want to make. And it's an easy two row repeat. Love it. You're going to enjoy it also, I'm sure. Really, you will, trust me. Looks like it might be complicated, but it isn't. So go grab yourself some yarn and an appropriate hook. Let's get this show on the road. For this tutorial, I am going to be using my handy dandy little ball of Red Heart Super Saver Retro Stripes. And we'll see what pretty colors we get to use. I am also going to be using an H8 5mm hook. So let's go ahead, get that slip knot on our hook and get going. This starts with a multiple of 4 plus 7. So let's do our multiple of 4. I'm going to do 16. Now I'm going to add 7. Okay, I've got my chain started. I'm going to flip this baby over and I'm going to use the back bumps, but you can go ahead and just use the chains if you like. It doesn't matter. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the 5th chain from the hook. And as always, this never counts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I lost it again. And we are going to put 4 double crochets into that chain. Just like that. Now we're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3. And into this 4th one, we are going to put 4 double crochets. And again, we're going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put 4 double crochets into that chain. You know what we're going to do next? We're going to skip 3. And into that 4th one. My yarn is going all wacky on me. skip 3, and we're going to go ahead and do what we've been doing. You got it. Putting 4 double crochets into that spot, that chain. My yarn ran away from me. I had to go fetch it. Okay, so we've got 2 chains left. We're going to skip 1, and we're going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet, seriously, into that last chain. So this is what row 1 looks like. Okie dokie. Let me take a look at my notes. Okay, let's turn our work. Now here's where it's going to get a little choice. You can chain 3, or you can do what I do and put what I call a double stack. Just put a single into that first stitch, do not chain 1. And then go into the side under those 2 loops. Grab your yarn, and there you have a double. And then we are going to, what are we going to do? We are going to go ahead and go over. We're going to skip 3. Now here's a little tip. Okay, these are the four doubles that we put into that 1 chain, remember? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to skip 3. So what I always like to remember is go to the very last double crochet of that bunch down there and put in a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. We are going to go back to this first double crochet of that bunch. We're going to go behind, going behind that one, and we're going to grab it like that and put in a double crochet. And it's going to look wonky as ever, but that's how it's supposed to look. Okay? So that's what we're going to do all the way across. We're going to go to that 4th double crochet of the bunch and put in a double crochet. Chain 2. And now we're going to go behind. We are going behind it and grabbing that first double crochet in the bunch and putting in a double crochet. Don't worry, it looks wonky and you're going to be like, what did I do wrong? You ain't done nothing wrong, because I'll show you in a second. So now we got our next bunch of 4 double crochets. We're going to the 4th one, putting in a double crochet, chain 2. And then we're going to go back to this very first one right here. We're going to go behind, and you kind of sneak in under that, grab it like that. So you're behind this double crochet and finish it off. And then we got our 4. We're going to that very last one, putting in a double crochet, chain 2, wrap our hook, and we're going behind, and you kind of go through there, put the back of your hook through that stitch of that first double crochet, grab your yarn, and then continue. And we've got one more of these to do. So you go over to that 4th double crochet, chain 2, wrap, go behind it, and then through. It's like peekaboo. And then you grab. See, I'm just putting the back of my hook through that stitch, coming back, whoops, grabbing it like that. And then in this chain 3 right here, we are going to go ahead and put in a double, just like that. Okay, I'm going to pull this up so you can really get a good look at this. Okay, so row 1 was our 4 bunches of double crochets. Row 2 is a cross 2 double crochet. And if you pull this up, okay, you see where we got our chain 2s? If you pull that up, look at, you've got an X. See? I want you to be aware of where those chain 2s are, because that's what we're working into. Okay? So we're going to go ahead, turn our work. This is row 3. We're going to start with a double crochet, and again, you can do this any way you want. If you like to chain 3 as a double crochet, go ahead and do that. If you like to chain 2 and then put a double crochet in, do that. I do this. I make a single right directly into it, and then these 2 side loops. I just go in, grab both those loops. I don't want that extra loop. I just want that one. We're going to grab it, pull it up, make a double. Okay? Now, into these chain 2 spaces, we're going to put 4 double crochets. 1. I don't know what's going on. My tension is off. Okay, and then we're just going to go into the very next chain 2 space. Put 4 double crochets and into the next one. I've got a big old blob of yarn coming up on me. Eek. And then into the next one, 4 double crochets. And into that last chain 2 space, 4 double crochets. And then at the top of our last double crochet, a double crochet. Okay. Our repeat is row 2 and row 3. That's it. And I promise you, these X's, once you make about 6 of them, maybe 10, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so easy. Why was I having issues? Oh, look at that. Okay. So I'm going to do that row with you one more time. We always start with a double crochet. Somebody found something amusing. And then we jump over to the 4th double crochet of that bunch. and we make a double. Chain 2. Now we're going to go behind it, peekaboo through it, with our hook upside down, go into that first double crochet, boom. Okay, this, I'm trying not to get that knot there. And just like that. And then we're going to go to our next set of 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over to the 4th one, pop in a double, chain 2, wrap our hook, go behind, peekaboo through, backwards through that one, grab our yarn and make a double. Pop over to that last one, make a double, chain 2, wrap our yarn, go behind that double, through that hole, into that first double crochet, just like that. So easy once you get going on it. A double, chain 2, wrap our hook, go behind, peekaboo through, backwards through that one, just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very last one, chain 2, through, peekaboo, gotcha, and then a double into that last double, like so. Now grab some more yarn here. And I'm going to go ahead, turn my work. I'll show you one more time how I do this. I just make a single, and then I go through those 2 side loops. Grab my yarn, make another single on top of it. Okay. And then we're going to go in here into this chain 2. And we're going to put 4 doubles. This is the easiest row. And then we always end with a double, and we start with a double. I don't like that side because that's where that little knot is that I didn't fix. So we'll just look at this pretty side. And there you go. Easy peasy, butterball breezy. I think this is a really fun stitch to do. So I appreciate you watching. I like how they just kind of bump out like little cabbages. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned a new stitch or got reacquainted with an old friend. And yeah, just have fun with this stitch. I mean, look how pretty it looks when you're using like that kind of yarn, that stripes. So y'all have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I do some kind of a tutorial on Saturdays. On Wednesdays, I do Wednesday wrap-up where I talk about everything I've made, I'm thinking about making, I'm in the process of making. I do a lot of chit-chat. Once in a while, I have yarn hauls or other goodies. So, yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if that's what you're into. It's what I'm into. So go forth and make a cabbage patch, stitch something. What a cool blanket that would make. All right. Later, Gators. Bye.